We're out here today to talk about the engagement process on wildland fires. To illustrate the engagement process, we're going to use our IRPG and the hill behind me. We're going to start 3 separate fires on this hill in 3 different places. Each fire will burn differently, but when we use the IRPG to work through an engagement process, it will always lead us to safe and effective firefighting. The first fire we're going to start is right next to the road in this light grass. By the time you pull up, it has spread 50 feet up the hill. When you roll up, you ask yourself, can I engage this fire? And if so, what engagement principles will I use? I think we can safely engage this fire. When you pulled up, you identified fuel type, slope, fire intensity, and flame length, and wind and smoke direction. Before you even step off the rig, you've used the first 3 fire orders in your engagement process. Engage first on the flank that shows the most potential for fire growth. You decide to anchor this fire with your reel line and proceed quickly up the left flank, fairly certain you'll be able to catch the head fire. You ask the second-in engine company to start a progressive on the right flank. See how on even a straightforward left flank, right flank fire that starts right next to the road, we employ the engagement principles we've learned. We're going to start the second fire mid-slope 150 feet up from the road. It starts in light grass and is transitioning into heavier fuels. The challenge for you will be to push your hose lay up through unburned fuel. To engage this fire, you're going to have to travel through unburned fuel. Can we do this? If you take the shortest route to this fire, it will take you through a small drainage and then uphill through medium brush. Can your crew push a progressive hose lay through medium brush? Who could help you do this, and how far out are they? What hazards are involved? A camp crew could help you punch through this heavy brush, but they're not on scene and won't be for a little while. You need to engage. How can we and keep ourselves out of the danger of fire below us? A better option for anchoring this fire is to travel through the light grass even though you're traveling further. You minimize the risk of having rollout and fire below you. This fire is burning under a strong westerly wind, and you're confident you can travel through the light grass without fear of the weather pattern changing before you get the fire anchored. Once this fire is anchored, you start building a progressive hose lay on the right flank. Recognize that this is underslung line and you're exposed to the potential for rollout. Build good wet line and have the crews and the next engine companies come in after you. Your escape route is back down your hose lay. Although this is a mid-slope fire that's harder to engage, you still use the same engagement principles to guide safe and effective action. Take the time on this second fire to go into the IRPG and identify each component just from the green section that you used to engage this fire. Our last fire we started on the ridge directly behind me in heavy brush, and when you arrive, it's burning towards you and the road, pushed by a strong Santa Ana wind. As you roll up on this fire, the question you'll have to ask yourself is, can I engage this fire? This fire is well established and spreading rapidly, directly towards you and the road you're on. What's the most important thing you will do on this fire? Besides getting out of the way, your report will be critical to the early success of this incident. This fire will not be controlled with 500 gallons of water, but a detailed report to incoming resources will set in motion the actions necessary to slow and stop this fire's growth. Why is it so important to identify and communicate which flank is which, especially with a big fire like this, burning towards you? Because the majority of this fire will be over here, across the road when the fire jumps it. And one last thing, Where is it that an engine company finds itself with unburned fuel between them and the head fire? That's right, structure defense, but that's a lesson for another day. There are 10 sections in the operational engagement portion of the IRPG. For the next month, take one section a shift, and you and your crew at lineup go over it. By the time fire season is here, you'll be ready to go. Thanks for training with us.